time is a huge feat for us as a team. We thought that we would grow, and we thought that we'd grow at a rapid pace, but we never imagined that we would be where we are today. And I'll tell you what, you guys, Kenny and I still aren't doing much active outreach. The outreach, or excuse me, the people that we're bringing onto this team are coming to us because they were attracted by something that you guys were doing. They were attracted by something that Kenny was doing, something that they were attracted by something that I was doing. Or they're a referral or a friend of yours from a different brokerage that is seeing our growth and seeing the excitement and seeing how much fun this team is having, and they want to know a little bit more about it. Kenny and I met with a recruit last week, and he said, you know what? I see a lot of teams on Instagram, but I've never seen a team as active as you guys, and it feels like you're the only team on Instagram. I'm like, there's just so many of us, and we're constantly sharing. And I want to give a shout out to Julie, and I think that we should do this more, and Kenny and I have dabbled in this, but I think Julie did it really good. She's like, want to know what a busy team looks like or what Team Fast is doing. It's like, here's Christina, here's Jung Hee, here's Dewey, here's Jen. Like, you know, like, ask me if you have any questions about this team. I think us cross-promoting everybody, showcasing, edifying what our teammates are doing, that's what's really building this this buzz in the industry. Christina has a agent that she brought to us a couple weeks ago. Her name's Angela. She hopped on our Zoom call. She sat through the meeting. We're courting her right now about her coming to Fast Real Estate. But Christina helped her with some transactional questions yesterday. She messaged me about some more transactional questions. She's not even on our team, hasn't even made the commitment, but we're already providing value. She's like, I love this team already, and we haven't even got her yes for it. So I love what you guys are doing and sharing. Let's continue to build off of that and constantly share. If you're not in contract yet, and if you don't have something to share, that's cool because your teammates do. And so build off of that and let's hype that up. So Kenny, I know you wanted to talk about our closed transactions for this last week. So let's touch a little bit about that.
Yeah. Let me see what we got. We closed like 5 on Friday, I think. Great job, guys. We had some first. Jung Hee closed her very first contract with us. Many more to come over in the city. It was Hayward. Let's see. Is she on the call?
It was Hayward. I'm here.
Yeah, Hayward. She closed Hummingbird and Hayward. Congrats, Jung Hee.
Thank you.
And Kevin closed one on Shoreline in Richmond. Dewey got one in Harrington and Oakland, and Julie closed one in Vallejo. And we were all over the place. And Christina, 2 of these were like nerve-wracking because the sellers are on us, and we got an announcement that we finally recorded at like 4:30 p.m. and for both Christina's and Dewey's.
Yeah, so look at Dewey. Very exciting, very exciting. So great job, you guys. Like I said, that 50 mark now set the tone for us. We're like, all right, now we got to get to 60. And Dewey last week, he's like, man, I'm trying to help us get to 50 or to get to 55, get to 60. So this excitement on this team is amazing. What I do want to do is I want to talk about some first, and I want to talk about some huge wins for the week. And I'm going to start out with Stephanie. She has a moniker of Miss Appointment Setter, and she lives up to that moniker. So Stephanie, tell us a little bit about what happened this week. Her and I are partnering up on a deal, and she's got some great news to share with the team. So Stephanie, I just want to give you the limelight for a moment.
Thank you, Elias. Well, I mean, I was on the phone with Elias trying to write my first offer for the team, and two calls came in. Elias, and actually that one in San Leandro's ratified now, which I'm very happy about. I've only been
say that again.
It's ratified, you guys.
That's right. We'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. I'll let you go on, but I want you to share with the team why the listing agent accepted your RPA. But go on. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, and then like I said, both me and Elias's phones came on the Zillow call, and we were both trying to answer that call. He answered the first one, so I was able to listen to him. And I don't know how far he got with that one, but I answered one, and it was a great Zillow call. It was for 1.499. So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm also a full-time auto broker. So to take these calls, I I love these Zillow calls because I just move them along in the process from cold to just trying to get them to appointment. And so I couldn't do that. I called, I talked to Elias. Elias was able to meet them at that day because she insisted, I need to see this home today. So I was like, shoot, I need to figure this out. So called Elias. He was a team player, was able to show the property. And then we showed it to their family the day after. They fell in love, and we may be writing an offer for them.
Yep. Today they're sending us over their love letter, and we got on a call yesterday, explained to them, you know, what a listing agent does, what a buyer's agent does. You know, I pulled up some details about the property, did some research on the tree line, so on and so forth. But, you know, it's just great to be able to showcase to them what a true team does for each other and how we stood in each other's corners. So really great job, Stephanie. I think we're working well together on this. Tell us about the contract that you got accepted. Why did the listing agent accept your contract?
He said, well, when I came and brought my offer, he already had like 7 offers on the table. And I brought my offer. He was like, he told me what it took to write that offer, which I listened. And he goes, I like you, you listen. That's the first thing. And he said that the contract a really nicely written offer, and he appreciated the letter because none of the other offers had that letter. And another offer actually tried to slide in, but he really enjoys working with me. We already set up the deposit, and yeah, ordering inspections. So this morning.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Karina, you know, hats off to Karina as well. She had called me, Stephanie had called me. I hopped on a Zoom call. We wrote the entire contract, line item by line item. And then Karina actually sent her an email saying, fix all these things. So Stephanie's like, I cannot believe how much support I got on this contract. So hats off to Karina as well for helping and doing what she does.
Oh yeah, thanks guys.
Awesome. So really great job. Congratulations on your first Team Fast Escrow. We're very excited for you.
Thank you.
All right. So let's go over to Herson. Herson, I know that you and I met one-on-one last week. Give us an update on what's been going on since.
Can you guys hear me fine?
Loud and clear, brother.
Awesome. Well, I've been prospecting, and I actually got into a hiccup today. My license isn't active. I guess it's terminated till it gets hung with EXP. But I've been prospecting, and I have clients right now.
Okay, so obviously connect with Karina. I'm not too sure what's happening there, but if you have clients that you're connecting with, I want you to lean to the team, and we'll help you do showings and everything. So let's not let these clients go by the wayside as we're waiting for your license to get reactivated. Lean to your team for showings, and we'll hook you up, and we'll be there to support you. Make sure you talk to Karina and you get all that license stuff worked out. But I know you took some time off of calling and making calls. How has that transition been back into active prospecting?
It's a little awkward at first, but I'm pretty sure after getting my first hour taken out, I'm gonna feel like I'm like the old me again, getting those calls in pretty normal again.
That's right. That's right.
It's a little awkward right now, but it's okay.
It's all right, right? So practice calling me. You can help you get the spider webs off or whatever. But once you get into a groove, man, it will all start coming back to you. So hopefully things work out with your license. Make sure to communicate with Karina and myself, and we'll get you moving forward. And if you need help with showings, please lean to the team.
Rock and roll, got it.
All right, brother. Let's hear from JJ. I know you're driving, my man, but JJ is a brand new agent to our team. Just came over from KW. He came to the office yesterday, ready to rock and roll. So JJ, why our team, and what's in store for you on this team, my man?
Why the team? Because it appeared to me from the outside that you guys were pretty much on the cusp of understanding what the new way of doing business in real estate is versus the old conventional way that most of the other brokerages are doing right now. I like the fact that it's kind of still a small group, even though you guys are growing, but it still feels like a small brokerage versus a giant one. You still have pockets of people in the bigger brokerages, but this one still feels like you guys are coming up, so you're going to make mistakes, but everybody's working together. So I like that a lot. I'm old, by the way. I'm 50. So I'm probably the oldest person on the team right now, or close to. And I like.
JJ.
Hello.
This is Laura. If you remember
Hi,
me,
Laura.
I'm Carlos's friend.
Okay. Candace, which Candace?
Carlos.
Oh,
Puccio.
Carlos. Oh, yes. How are you? Of course. I just like to miss it.
welcome.
But
We
you and
need
I
to
can talk later. I don't want to take up the team's time. I'll connect with you after the meeting. But yes, so there you go. I didn't even realize she was on the team. Now, there's another reason why it was a good switch for me. But anyway, I've been doing real estate for 20 years, doing a lot of investment stuff recently, and I just wanted to get back into sales. And to be honest with you, I like Kenny's brashness, and it looks like it extends through the team. Not a lot of, I guess, political, not necessarily political, but politically correct talk, which is a lot more like me. So hopefully, I fit well with you guys.
Good, man. And I'll tell you what, just your style alone and the amount of F-bombs that you drop, I think based on those things right there, you'll be good. Look at Christina laughing. I just, here's the thing, man. We're all from different walks of life. We're definitely, there's some youth on this team, but, it's a lot of it's the youth in the mind. We just run at a certain pace, my man. And I think that you'll fit in well. You have a wealth of knowledge here. We can learn from you on the investment side as well. Julie has been working with a lot of our investors and has dubbed the name the numbers agent. So man, I think that you're going to come into a team that is going to help you grow a bigger business. Nice to have you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, so let's hear from Laura. Laura, I didn't know that you guys knew each other. Kind of bring us up to speed on your production. I know you've been busy.
Yeah, well, working and getting on the phone with those listings, potential clients that I have. I actually did something different today. I print all the stuff, all the calls, everything that I have done over the last 4 days, basically with them. I have to go to Kinko's because my printer is not working, but I print a lot of stuff for them, send it over to CMAs and stuff like that. And then be on the call I'm going to have to call 10 of them today to follow up and see how is it going. So we'll see what happens. So I'm just basically hitting on all those leads that I have. I haven't touched anything on the buying side. I just wanted to focus on the ones that I know I have a feeling I can get them. So, which are 50, and then out of those 50, 10 have response, and the other one I still to work on. So I'm just getting busy with that. And as you know, I have another job, so I'm driving right now to another appointment. But so that's what I'm doing on my spare time, basically trying to and I'm working on the only listing that I have right now with Kenny. So working on that, hasn't closed yet. Have to fix some stuff, and then we'll see. Hopefully everything is good. But yeah, so keeping myself busy.
Nice.
By the
And
way,
you guys,
I updated my CISU too, so you probably should have an updated one now.
perfect. Thank you. And all the leads that she's been getting, all these seller leads have came from Street Text. So I know that Julie's using Street Text, Laura and Danny Trujillo is all using Street Text. So this has been really, really successful for the people that have been using it. So I'm definitely excited to see what develops. But that many leads in a short amount of time looks like it's a really, really good platform. So I know, Julie, you've used that. You have tons of activity right now on a little quick vacation, which is well deserved. Julie, kind of bring us up to speed on what's going on with you.
So I actually have, I guess, a question. So I got ratified for a offer that's off market, but then since it ran into like kind of like a holiday time, no one's really like responding, and I'm wondering if that's normal because for real estate around this time, because I haven't been in the industry for that long. So I'm like, hey everyone, we have a ratified offer, and then I called the lender. Lender's like, okay, cool, I'll look at it on Tuesday. And then escrow people was also like out of the office. So I'm just wondering if that's normal.
Yes, that's normal, and you're gonna face it more and more as we get into the holidays.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
yeah, so unlike us, we'll work holidays, but legally or like, like a major holiday, they're completely off and they're completely tuned out. So Today will start everything, just like Stephanie. Stephanie wasn't able to process her transaction. She got over the weekend. So yes, everything will start today.
Okay. Yeah, so I went on vacation and then I was just surprised something got ratified. So, okay, trust in the process.
So Julie, bring us up to speed right now. How many transactions does that make year to date? Is that 8?
No, 6.
6, okay. And then how many in escrow right now? You have the 1 in escrow?
I have 2 in escrow.
Okay, and last year, how much business did you do for the entire year?
I didn't do any business last year.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And if you can pinpoint 1 or 2 things that have really helped you grow and change and find that shift in this business, what do you think it is?
Like when I start getting business?
Like, yeah, what happened? Like, when do you feel you turned a corner?
When I joined the team.
You know what?
No, because being on the team, there's just more opportunity to work with clients. So then you just get like tons of practice, and then every day is pretty much like same. It kind of like help you define what you needed to do, and then you just do it, and then things will happen.
That's right. And you know what? When I seen you turn a corner is when you got in brand alignment, right? When you found a brand and found an identity that truly spoke to who you are and what you truly specialize in, and like you started to embody this numbers agent, and then your social media game and all of your marketing. That's when I really seen you turn a corner. And so I think that Julie is a really, really great case of building a brand that is true to who you are. And like when everyone thinks the numbers agent, like it's perfect and it aligns well. And that's when I really saw you take off in your business. So once again, Julie, great job. You're absolutely crushing it. I'm glad that you got to spend some time with your new fiance on vacation because it's been well deserved. So happy travels. I think she froze. Okay. Maybe she was just stalling to answer. So let's go over to Jung-hee. Jung-hee, I know that you just had your first closing. You have another one in escrow right now. So kind of bring us up to speed. We're excited for you.
Yeah, so my first closing, I think I was just really blessed by having a listing agent that was so responsive and just really liked me, and it made it so easy and joyful. But the listing agent I'm in contract with now doesn't respond to anything. And they're out of towners and they didn't do any inspections, and it's just like they say that they're gonna have the termite section 1 done by close of escrow, but they still haven't provided the inspection, and it's just really frustrating. So I'm getting, both sides of the spectrum, and I think more people are like that. So it's just a learning experience. So I'm working on that. I did my first probate offer yesterday, and thanks, Jen, for taking my questions. I appreciate that.
No problem.
It was, weird, honestly. I'd feel very insecure about it just because it was so different. But it was exciting, and I think I'm gonna be writing another offer tonight and / tomorrow. So maybe I'll get another escrow.
Boom. Love it, Jung-hee. Obviously you've been out hustling and you are moving at a very rapid pace, and it's great to see. How many months have you been in business now with us?
I guess like 3.
Wow, that's incredible. If you can average an escrow a month, that's a really good year. So great job, Jung-hee. Congratulations once again. I'm going to turn it over to my partner in crime. Her and Kenny just ratified this week on a huge, huge deal. And I was there for 1 day with these clients, and I'll tell you what, it's probably the most analytical clients you could ever work with. Most questions, and these clients do probably more research than any client that I've ever experienced in my life. So I'll let Jen tell the rest. So go ahead, Jen.
So these clients, we actually were in contract 12 days ago, but we canceled the contract 4 days ago because they wanted to do a price reduction. And also the appraisal came in short. So so fast forward, I showed maybe like 36 homes to these clients, and we finally found an area that they loved, and we worked really hard, and we found the home, and we got into contract. We fell out, so I was super stressed. It was like the roller coaster of real estate for sure. And I was like, you know what? I need to get these people in a contract. I really just want to move on to a new client. It's tough. Like, they're great.
Like 40
people.
homes? 40
Yeah,
homes?
they're great people. They're just like, after one day of showing with them, and it's usually at least like 6 homes plus, I'm exhausted. So I was like, I need to, my ROI on this deal is probably -$4. But yeah, so then we fell out of contract, and then there was a house down the street that we saw that was getting ready to go on the market. So then we've been in contact with those sellers, and we were able to work something out. And from that, now I'm the listing agent and Kenny's the buyer's agent. So we're double lending that deal, and we just ratified this weekend. So we just have an appraisal contingency, which I think will come in at value, or probably even a little bit over. So yeah, so that is my escrow for the week. And then other than that, I'm just, we're putting one of my listings on the market next week, 9 for Bayo Vista as a condo. And I should be closing one of my buyers this week as well. And dealing with just a couple of other difficult escrows. It's just delays on the buy side. And we've probably been in contract for almost like 2 months now. And thank you, Karina, for giving me the idea of, asking for their EMD and asking for a fee of $100 a day. So with this one, it's 1416 12th Street. We've been in contract for 2 months. Buyers couldn't get their loan funded. So escrow, and then they found a co-signer, so escrow took longer, and then they've just been procrastinating on providing documents, so that delayed it. And now the lender is apparently backed up on contracts, so now the lending side is delayed. So we're asking, if it's past a certain date, the buyers, all contingencies are removed, buyers will release their 3% deposit, and $100 each day the lending side is delayed. So this way, and plus we gave them a credit as well. So this whole time my clients have been taking a loss by waiting for these buyers. So now it's like, at least now she's happy because she's at least gaining something out of it because of their delay. So yeah, those are my transactions for the last couple of weeks.
Awesome. Great job. I was there with them on a day, and I've obviously been seeing how much work she's put in behind the scenes with these clients. And that's what I love about this team. Like, we'll go where the business is at. These people were in San Rafael, they were in Marin, they were in Belmarin Keys, like all over the Bay. And she hung in there. She communicated very well with them. And so we're back in contract. So great job. I know it's been a really tough road.
Yeah.
Look at Julie. She's excited.
We get shit done. The lender even called me this morning. He was like, what did you do? He was so surprised. He was like, didn't you just cancel? I was like, yep. And he was like, wow, you get shit done. I was like, yep. I can do shoes.
That's right. So great job. All right, so let's go over to Miss Rosa. I know, Rosa, you've been busy. You and Ben have been out there tearing it up since day one, since you started on this team. So Rosa, give us a quick update.
Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Okay, everything's going great. I took a client up to Vacaville this weekend, and we toured some properties, and I feel we're waiting on disclosures. And once we see the disclosures, I have a feeling that we're gonna write an offer. So hopefully I'll have an escrow coming up soon, fingers crossed. And then we have our listing in Richmond. It had got more action this weekend, which makes me really happy. And we're still working on it. So if you guys have any buyers looking for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with massive square footage, please let us know.
What's the list price?
Yeah, it's $525. And
right.
It's the area code, I think it ends an 8. So as far as I know, the higher the number, the better location in Richmond.
Okay.
So yeah, just let me know. I'll be happy to show it to you guys. Like I said, it's $525, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it has a lot of a big backyard and a big front yard. So
perfect. Yeah. Hey, do another post on social media, on Instagram, so we can tag that. to just spread the word out a little bit more. But really great job, Rosa. I love seeing what you and Ben are doing. Let's go over to your partner in crime, Ben. Ben, it looks like you have a similar office setting to what I have today, unless those bunk beds are for you and your wife.
Dude, I'm on my kid's desk, a bucket of Legos, freaking, little whatever this thing is. Here's
it keeps on going off. So I get it, bro. I get it.
Oh, it's awesome. It's both great and just insane. Yeah, so my phone just fell off the Lego stand that I had. Sorry. But yeah, things are good, man. We had I had a fairly busy weekend. Showed some property in Orinda and Lafayette, one of my closest buddies, and we were like inches away from doing a deal. And I think they got cold feet, and they just kind of sent me a random text like in the middle of the night. They're like, you know what? I think it's too much. We're gonna hold off. But that's how it goes. Could have been a great sale. It was like $2 million, which would have been nice, but it would have brought like a really close friend of mine closer to me, and that was like the biggest win for that deal. But it didn't happen. And then got a couple other buyers with some problems and escrows that don't want to close, and wrote 3 offers this weekend, and not one got accepted. But got to get back on the horse, man. It's good being busy, but there's so many buyers in that like $4 to $450 price point. It's super impacted, and so trying to figure out a way to either get the buyers to come up a little bit, or I don't know, trying to find off-market deals. I think that's the secret right now. So yeah, struggling with the things that everyone else is struggling with, but good thing is that deals.
We just ordered our farm for just the 4th floor of a condo unit, because the buyer lives on the 1st floor, only wants to live on the 4th floor. Nothing comes available. So we're doing some grassroots campaign. Like you said, man, we got to find it where it is. And so we're sending out a letter to try to fish for a 4th floor opportunity, man. So I know exactly how you're feeling, but it's a good problem to have, man. You're busy, you and Rosa's busy. And so things are going to continue to trickle in. Did you guys do a listing appointment in San Francisco last week?
Oh, we did, yeah. We had a very interesting listing presentation for a very interesting person from Berkeley. Okay. And half of it was about some birds that live in that area.
Cool, yeah. Norwegian swallowtips, right.
You're right, because that sells the condo. That sells the condos, the birds that flock around it. We're like, yeah, of course, yeah, the birds are great, but getting back to what we're going to do here. And so, very unique situation. Super analytical. She was literally taking calls from other agents, booking appointments during our event. So it was like, all right, dude. So we're gonna hear back this week. She might choose us, she might not choose us. But I think with what we presented, it made sense, and she was very happy that we gave her the information on the market. And she said that was something she wasn't getting from the other agents. It's just like the brutal honesty on where things are. And we'll see if that strategy works. But in that situation, we don't want to spend more time. We didn't want to invest more time than what's necessary on that listing if we did get it. And we just wanted to tell her where it is. And with a marketing timeline of like 3 to 6 months on a condo like that, we just didn't want to set her up for failure, or ourselves in a place where we're just going to be stuck like showing. So we'll see how that strategy works. But yeah, that was a nice listing appointment. We're trying to line up a couple more. Oh no, Rosa and I lost one this morning from a crazy lady that we're actually happy we didn't get that listing. So, but we're super busy, which is good.
Hey, sometimes, I mean, I'm in contract right now, and it's like, it's a painful one. It's stressful. There's so much paranoia. They haven't started packing. They have a rent back. We're due to close on the 21st. It's just like I get it, man. There's those ones that are just make you lose sleep, but then that means the next one's going to be an easy 1, 2, 3, and you're done. So, but good job to you guys. I really love how you guys have formed this team within the team. Super supportive and collaborative, and you guys are running at a high pace. So, hats off to you guys. Let's go over to Mr. Michael Spivey. I know that you guys just posted a new listing, you and your team. So, tell us a little bit about that, Michael. Okay, Michael, we'll come back to you. A little bit of technical difficulties. Let's go over to Kate Hudson. Kate, bring us up to speed on how things are going.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Everything's good. I'm closing an escrow today on a property in Concord. And then I just wrote an offer for a property in Clayton. So I'm crossing my fingers that we get that one because this was going to be the 4th offer for them. So yeah, just trying to close out the last couple that I have right now and get more business.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you have a couple closing this month, right?
Yeah, I have 3.
Very cool.
So,
Love
yeah.
it. And Kate's been referring a few agents to us. She referred an agent from Compass to us this week. We're going to be meeting with them via Zoom. And she just asked that she could be a part of the Zoom call and like learn and listen and give her input. I think the same goes with you guys. If you have a team member or an ex-team member that you know that's thinking about joining our team, wants to know more about, if you guys want to hop on the Zoom call with Kenny and I, feel free to. And it's a great way for you guys to learn how we really hype up this team, build up the team, talk about our tools, talk about the support. So Kate, thanks for referring your friend from Compass. We're looking forward to meeting her and hopefully she comes on board.
Of course. Thank you.
Awesome. Christina, did you want to take the mic for a minute?
Do I want to? Yes. I want to say, like, just I have a list of things that I have, gone through this week, but, Kenny's really building the reputation with the scooter, and I'm going to have to get mine out because they're like, Kenny with the scooter? I'm like, yeah, Kenny with the scooter. I'm there. So, but apparently it's an agent that shares a space in Oakland with you. It's a couple. I don't remember his name.
Oh, Sammy Elbot.
Yeah, I think that's his
They're not they're work couple.
Yeah. So I've had a great week. It's been busy. I do want to say, I've been on the team since May, and since May, that's the 5th month, and I'm in my 5th transaction since I've joined in May. So I don't know what that means, but it means great for me. So, and great for everybody.
Congrats.
I thrive. Jen, thrive off, the team. I love it. I love the whole just powerful movement behind it. And I can truly say, that on Friday I closed escrow. The deal was pretty complicated, but, having Kenny behind you, just to jump on the phone with another agent and just like, let's get this done. And we actually came through, Jen, with that concept of asking for the $100 a day if they went any later and half of the earnest money deposit. So I think that really pushed it forward. But, now I'm exposed to that. So now I know how to use that. But without having Kenny and that kind of, power behind me, I would have never thought of that. So thank you. Thank you. I have another escrow closing today. So happy.
I want to touch on that real quick. The deal we had, the buyer's agent had a delay after delay. Unfortunately, I mean, most agents can just get angry and start yelling at their agent, but that's not going to actually make anything move faster. So when you're negotiating, we want to make sure the sellers don't feel like they're getting their arm pulled or they're getting ripped off. So on that deal, that's why we had recommended, I've done it a couple times, where we had the buyers release half their deposit. That way, if they do back out for any reason and this loan doesn't kick in, then we still keep some of their money right off the bat to let them get an extension. And we did PITI, and actually the week later on Jen and I have a listing. We kind of did the same thing. Look, if you guys want to stay in contract and you guys really feel like you guys can get this loan done, then give up some of your money to stay in contract longer. Because then if you just give someone the free extension and then they cancel, the seller is out of luck. Like there's no benefit to them. So like good negotiating is making sure every party feels like they're getting something, even though it might not be the best outcome for everyone.
Yeah.
And they requested 2 extensions, and then the last one was just ridiculous. And I was just like, we're all super fed up. They were really waiting on one document so it's an IRA document that's supposed to post on the 1st. We're supposed to close on the 8th. Today, and they're like, well, now we can't get the document until Friday the 4th, and we can't close escrow until after the 18th, and that's being conservative. I'm like, okay, cool. You can be as conservative as you want. After the 8th, you're going to pay $100 a day, and your buyer is going to release their deposit. Be as conservative as you want. And I think now, hopefully, that document may appear within the next couple of days, and we may close before the 18th. We'll see.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and that's how it was on this deal that Kenny and I they wanted another extension. So we're going to go on our second one. And he's like, whoa, wait, we already gave you guys 10 days. but you know, it's just the force behind us, you know, like we
Totally.
have the tools, we have the experience, and that's just so much value within this team. So I am very appreciative to, you know, hearing the wins like Julie. I'm like, Julie, I'm going to catch up to you. You know, like it's just fun having that camaraderie between us all. Yesterday I did go on a Zillow lead, and it turned into a buyer and possible listing for their home. So that's a good thing, even though it was so hot. But I was like, I'm determined to get something else in my escrow. So I hope that you guys all experience just seeing homes sometimes, because I was just reflecting on this as a somewhat still new agent, that the brokers tours were amazing to just be out there and just understanding neighborhoods and just price points. And now we kind of don't have that. So, I mean, setting up sometimes just to go see homes that are vacant is still an advantage, because yesterday I was in Sequoia Hills and I had no idea really what it was, but I took myself like a month ago to see an Eichler home just because. And then I was like, oh my God, I've been here. Like I could speak on it. So it's just little things like that that I pick up. And again, like I'm just appreciative to the team we have, and it's just keep doing it, because I think we fuel each other and we're such a great resource. So, oh, one last thing. Any of you guys have people calling you because they're exposed to the team, like asking questions? So I had a guy call the other day and he's like, hey, and so then I reached out to Kenny and Elias and they said, yeah, we actually already spoke with him, like close the deal. I was like, I'm closing this, you know, guys, you gotta join, you know. But it's just people are watching what we're doing. So just stay active, stay live, stay on fire, and you know, it all comes, period.
For sure.
Right?
It's, go ahead, Kitty.
I mean, so we, Karina has suggested on our leadership huddle that, you know, on Fridays, I think I like the format that's open, but maybe we should have some topics prepared. So I haven't done a true trashing class like for any of our team members since we've been here. How about this Friday? I'll teach you guys some of the strategies that I'm using to attract agents to talk to me about, because it takes a little bit of effort, but obviously it's been working because we've had like 30 meetings a month. But on Friday at 3 p.m., if you guys want to learn how to attract other agents to talk to you, just hop on the call.
Okay.
And then too, it's like, I think what's great about having Kenny and I's style, it's like when we speak to an agent, it's completely two different styles. And Kenny and I we've worked closely together, but never this close. And it's like you find a groove. So if there's someone on the team that you vibe with and you guys go on appointments together and you work deals together, like once you guys get into this groove, it just like we already know exactly what I'm going to say, nonverbal cues, when to jump in. It's just been a really, really good alignment. And so, Christina, I wanted to say hats off to you. I think that you've been a really great brand ambassador. I think this team as a whole has been a really great brand ambassador, but we had no presence in East Contra Costa County, and now we're represented out there, and you're doing a really great job. And people, that's really alluring people to the company. And then we're going to open up an office in Concord, and so like this great migration eastward, we're going to start taking over that East Contra Costa market, and we're going to lean on you heavily. So great job being a great brand ambassador for us.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go over to Dewey. Dewey, my man, our top producer. Bring us up to speed and what's going on with you. I know that did you write 3 offers this weekend?
It was 3 by the end of last week, or by Friday I had 3 out. One on 65th, which was a fixer. Waited literally all weekend for a response, and we still don't have a response yet because the seller went out of town, assuming because Labor Day.
Okay.
Still waiting for the response today. And then one in the Marina Lakes one in Richmond, we're still waiting for a response. That seller also went out of town and they weren't responding to the agent at all. So I'm assuming, I don't know, camping maybe. And then the last one, we lost out on San Pablo. And we lost out by like $5,000. But you know, it is what it is. We're going to, the clients really like that neighborhood. So I think we're going to, you know, get their personal letter and do like, Kenny said to not do like the postcards and to do more of like the trifold letters. So they know it's real. Totally. And then we closed Harrington Friday at like 4 p.m. Like the escrow emailed Karina and was like, oh yeah, we're doing a final audit. And so I was like, okay, it's on record, but we're doing a final audit. So, you know, I can't say anything yet. And I'm waiting. And I'm like, dude, it's 6 p.m. Are they going to respond? And I call escrow at 6 p.m. and she picks up. She's like, yeah, we're on record. Didn't you see that email? And I was like, Oh, I was waiting for the congratulations, we're on record. Like, yeah, see you next time. Never got that email, so I was just like, we're not closed.
Like 4 p.m. They finally got to us.
Yeah, it was 6 p.m. 6 p.m. 4 p.m. was that email. 6 p.m. was when I actually confirmed it that we're done. Yeah, so delivered keys that night, got crap face because Jen spontaneously wanted to drink. And then
you did.
So,
I didn't get crap face.
I got crap face. You wanted to, drink, but showed 2 clients, 1 each day, and just took it more chill. JP or Jarrett set up a Zillow Chinese speaking client, and then just kept touching base with her for the last 2 weeks. Finally got her out to a showing yesterday, and she's getting pre-approved today. Got a few new SOI requests that they're now ready also to start their home search. So a bunch of nurtures, and yeah, we'll see what
Dude, how about you hop on the call this Friday too? I'll go into agent attraction, and then you can talk about how focus on SOI attraction, because most of your business is SOI now, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, you can walk us through like maybe a little more detail about like how you got this client, how you got this client, how you got this client.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dewey attracted me. I like Dewey. I haven't even met him yet.
It's funny because we have a new agent. He's coming on. We're going to make his official announcement. His name's Kyle Hivley from BHG. So I said, listen, there's a couple people on the team that feel free to reach out to them. And he called Dewey. And I was like, so what did Dewey said? Dewey said, I don't know if I'm the right person that you should be talking to. He's like, why? He's like, because I'm an advocate for this team and this company, man. So he's like, you're only going to get good stuff from me. And so, dude, I want to thank you for obviously being as brutally honest as you possibly can be all the time. And it really made an impact for him, because he's the same age as you, and he's only done a couple deals, and he's not really feeling like he's growing, doesn't have a young, youthful environment that supports his growth and development. And so thank you for doing what you do and just giving us the
Of course. I was telling I told you and told Kenny about what was his name, Ryan Combs.
Yeah.
He was like, I mean, I know you're like a big advocate for this team, but if there was one bad thing to tell, like, what would it be? And I'm like, like, I don't know. You're the wrong person to ask, but like, I don't know, keeping Karina happy. Like, we lose Karina, this team is falling fucking apart. Like, I'm telling you right now, if this fucking team falls apart because Karina leaves, you know why. And then I thought about it after the phone call ended. I was like, wait, the downfall is that White Claw still has not sponsored us.
Yeah. So,
I told him too. He called me too, and he told me he spoke to Dewey, and he just said, be honest. I go, listen, the honesty here is there's just not enough time in the day to get enough of the team. How about that? That's the all truthful honesty. And I said, and just the hyper growth. We're just in a huge growth mode. And if you're not part of the system, like, you're going to get left in our steam. So that's the God honest truth. And he's like, wow.
Like that. I like that. It's like, yeah, so let's like plug in, right? Get a part of this, be a part of the team, be a part of the conversations, hop in the chat room, see what's going on. Like, follow your friends on social media, comment on their stuff. I mean, repost what they're doing, hype your brothers and sisters up. That's exciting. And so I think we're doing a really, really good job at that. And it's just going to get better and better. As you guys can see, Kenny and I made an announcement today. We brought on Carmen Hernandez from Full and Hernandez. She did 30 deals last year on her own as a solo agent. She is a top producer in Hayward. And it puts us on the map in Hayward, Fremont, Newark area. And so we just brought on more talent to the team, more knowledge, more experience, more exposure to a market that we really haven't been in. So now we have Simon, we have Michael, we have Carmen, and we're really building that South Bay team. So super.
I'm about to move there.
What's
I'm moving
that?
to Hayward. I said I'm moving to Hayward.
You're moving to Fruitvale.
For Fruitvale for short term. But also, I also just got a text from Matt Barba this morning. We finally are able to get our Vacaville clients to sign, which is Eleanor's best friend. Her mom and Momzilla vibes was not cutting it. Like, I was like, ooh, Mom, you better chill. Like, anyways, there's a fire in Vacaville, and they were basing it off of zip codes, and they wouldn't send another appraiser out. I think Julie went through something similar for Benicia. They had to get some special person to come out to verify that the place is not on fire. It's finally verified, so we're finally closing that this week.
Nice. Congrats, man. I actually just had an appraisal done. The house was listed at $399. My clients went in at $470 with only a $20,000 shortfall that they could cover in cash. House appraised at $450. They worked it into the loan, $18,000, and the buyer only needs to come up with $2,000 out of pocket. The other money they're going to use to do improvements on the home. And we have inspections today at 10 o'clock, or excuse me, 11 o'clock, and then at 2 o'clock for pests. And so I was surprised. And I'll tell you what, and just in the experience, if you have a pool that's filled in and it looks good, usually adds about $10,000 to $15,000 value to the home, depending on where it's at. And that's happened to us on 2 cases. And so a win. This was a referral from Jason. He said, hey man, I don't want to drive out there. Can you handle this for me? 1 day of showing, got him in a contract using Dominic Villa, and we're actually going to close in 19 days. We were slated to close in 21 days. We're just fingers crossed that all inspections go well today. So
hey, if y'all see Jason Ellis's kid's bike, y'all better get that bike back.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, man. That's messed up. And so Jason, other than that, man, I know that you know your family got jacked for the bikes, which, man, this is a bunch of BS. How's everything else going?
Hey, buddy, what's going on? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, kind of a rough morning. My son worked his ass off for months to buy this high-end mountain bike, and he had it for 2 weeks before some varmints in the night crawled under our garage door and stole his bike and my bike last night. Broke us off for about 5 racks in high-end mountain bikes. So that was pretty brutal. I got to deal with the insurance and the police reports and all that shit today. And we'll see if the insurance company actually does what they're supposed to do. So that was kind of a bummer. But coming off a great weekend, I traveled to Colorado and visited some family. It was my son's 2nd birthday, so that was a blast. And yeah, I just penciled and finalized a new listing on 76th, 2741 76th Avenue in Oakland. We're going to do some prep work. That thing will probably be ready to go. And I'd say 2, maybe 3 weeks, finalizing a bathroom remodel. And then I'm going to meet with the stagers this week and then get all the preemptive inspections done. What else? Kenny and I kind of been working a roller coaster of an off-market deal in El Cerrito. It's been pretty wild, but I feel like we got over one of the last major hurdles over the course of the weekend. Shout out to Kenny. He's really been doing a hell of a job, just kind of, I don't know, like just really keeping this seller moving forward. And she's in my experience, she's been pretty tough to deal with, but he's done a great job on that. What else? Trying to wrap up a VA purchase out in Oakley. I think we're about 60, 70 days into that. The bank finally sent out their appraiser on the seller's side last week, so we're hoping to get some good news on that this week, so we can work towards getting that done, and then also working towards getting Rudsdale wrapped up over off 75th, hopefully in the next, I don't know, week. That's kind of a unique situation because it's a parcel that they split, and now they're assigning 2 parcel numbers. So we're kind of waiting on the city to do the finalization on the parcel designation. So we're kind of at the mercy of the city right now. So that's kind of what's going on.
Wow, man. Hey, dude, I know that your son works so hard for that bike. So if there's anything that we can do, you know, obviously spread the word on your guys' social media. Keep an eye out if you're in the Danville, Walnut Creek, or surrounding areas. And, you know, hopefully insurance comes through for you. But glad you got some downtime with the family, you know, in Denver, and had a great luau experience, and happy birthday to the baby.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
All right, brother. Let's move over to Walter. Walter is not officially on the team yet. I know that he's been talking with a few of you. He came to the office last week and met with Melody and met with Kate. So Walter, first things first, congratulations on closing on your home with your family. And I know that you are taking your test. Is it next month?
Yeah, I'm scheduled for the 21st. I'm actually going to go down to LA because the Oakland office didn't have any slots available. So, yeah, I appreciate all the help from you, Kenny. I met with Kate and Melody last week in the Walnut Creek office. So we chopped it up for about an hour. Kate has agreed to let me shadow her. We're looking at maybe once a week. So we're planning to link tomorrow. She's meeting with a client to go over some disclosures. So just trying to soak up all the information. And I think somebody else said, man, I mean, y'all's team, your shit is legit. I'll tell you real quick, and I know you got a lot of people on the phone. I probably interviewed with 10 brokers, and I would say 9 of them were full of shit, just to be honest with you. Just not people I want to mess with. So I appreciate the energy on the team. I appreciate everybody being so transparent. I did the same thing that Christina was talking about. I called around, and everyone, nothing but good things to everybody in the on the team. So I appreciate it. And like you said, yeah, we're closing on our home today in San Ramon. So I'll probably have to bounce off in a sec. Well, we're not closing. We're doing a review and acceptance.
Yep.
In a couple, like 30 minutes. So yeah, had a shitty, fucking horrible, excuse my language, horrible experience with the realtor. So that kind of pushed me over the edge. Like, fuck this. I can do this.
Hey, there's people on this team that you look back and they, when they originally bought a house, they had a bad experience, and that fueled their motivation to get into this business, man. So, you know, be the difference that you'd want to see in that agent. But nonetheless, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
So I guess the question is, now we're going to put you on Front Street. Have you made a decision?
Yeah, I'm going to roll with you guys if you'll have me. Yeah, so we, yeah, like I interviewed, like I said, anyway, I won't hog up all the time, but it was interesting interviewing people, brokers. Someone offered, what was the best one? The dude's like, if you sell enough shit, I'll have the owner come with you to buy a Rolex. I was like, all right.
A broker? A real estate broker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I wear an Invicta.
Like, I got a straight Apple Watch. I'm straight.
Yeah, who cares?
It's like nothing. So yeah.
Right.
So anyway, I did do my due diligence, like we talked about when we first met. But
Good.
Yeah, if y'all have me, I'm ready to roll. I
yeah, man.
The team
We like your thoroughness. We like your background. I think that you're a man of discipline. We can tell that, and I think that those are characteristics that play very well in our space. So we'd like to officially welcome you. Obviously, we can't start any of the paperwork until we have that test signed, sealed, and delivered. But from now until your test date, I would give yourself 2 hours a night of doing practice exams, and don't do anything else but that. Take the practice exams and go through those. Score 90%. Once you start scoring over 90%, you're ready to go. But we're here to support. What I would suggest for you, I know that you're going to be shadowing with Kate. Go into our training templates and scripts room and Slack, and also start listening to best calls. So we could tell you all day long, here's what you can say, and when the client says this is how you pivot, and these are the words you say. But start listening to how our team actually does phone calls and overcomes objections, because that's the best training that you'll get. So Kate, I want to thank you for taking Walter underneath your wing and showing him the ropes. And I think this is a clear sign of what this team will do for you and how they'll be in your corner. So congratulations on the closing of your new home, and congratulations on joining our team.
Thanks. Appreciate all the support from everyone.
All right, brother. Awesome. So let's head over to Danny Trujillo. Danny, well, I know we're going to be working on his logo. We're trying to think of a logo that embodies his stature, his health, and him investing and being a day trader. So Danny, what's going on? Bring us up to speed.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Yeah, so this week I've just been working on like a listing presentation for someone I have in San Francisco. It's on Forest Hill. I think I have an appointment on Wednesday. And just making some calls through Chime. Showed 2 homes. Sorry, I'm getting ready. Showed 2 homes in Hayward this week. That was Saturday. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing.
Nice.
Now, I've been using Street Text, which is really good. Like I'm on the free trial, but I'm definitely going to buy it. I think it ends Wednesday too.
Nice. Now, for your first 4 days in the free trial, how many leads did you get from Street Text?
I'm not sure, but so far I've gone like.
Thank you. And just so you know, I have another crazy lady too. That not only that, she was texting.
Hey, Laura, can you mute your phone? I think that was her. All right, go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, I've gotten 10, and 3 of those have gave me their email, and 1 of them have gave me their phone number. So I had like 3 conversations. Not sure how I'm gonna reach out to those that don't give me an email or a phone number, but probably send them a letter or something, you know?
Yeah, so Julie, reach out to Julie. Julie has something that she already built. Rosa too, I know that you're on Street Text. I think it's the bit.ly at the Numbers Agent Marketing, but she'll send you the, Julie, if you can put the link. But she has something she's created already, so use that and build off of that. But glad it's working out for you, Danny. I'm glad that you know, your business is growing. Did you get your headshots taken?
No, I'm supposed to get them Thursday, so hopefully I get it done that day.
Okay, cool. Because we would love to do your social media announcement. Oh, check out the link in the chat box.
Okay.
We would love to do your social media announcement. So let's get on that and let's get that done right away. But congrats to you, my man. And Kenny and I will continue brainstorming on what that logo or what that brand's going to look like.
All right. Thanks so much.
All right, brother. Let's go over to Mauricio. Mauricio, my man, what is happening?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Yeah, I closed, I had a pretty good week. I closed 2 deals last week, both from Antica. Yeah, thank you. And I was able to hand off keys on Tuesday, which is cool. So I have 3 more pending. I ratified on a triplex 2 weeks ago in Oakland, right by Fruitvale Station on San Leandro Street.
Nice.
And I got my investor a really good deal on that one. It was listed at $590, but it had been on the market for like I think close to a year, because if you're familiar with like that specific location, there's like no parking, street parking, and that particular triplex has no parking like at all. Like there's no detached or attached garage, and it is kind of a fixer, and then it has low rents. So it had been on the market for like close to a year, and then it expired. And my investor client was still kind of asking me about it, even though I told him like I don't think it's going to be a good investment. But he was like, if we can get it for $540, he was listed at $590. He was like, if we can get it for $540, then I think then I would definitely go for that, for straight up $540 with we'll do all the work. And I said okay. So we wrote at $540 and then got accepted with no kind of with nothing, just no kind of counter, nothing like that. It was just straight up acceptance. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was able to get that one ratified like 2 weeks ago, which was sweet. And then this last week, I went on 3 different showings with 3 different clients, all pre-approved and ready to go. So just working on getting another ratified escrow. I'm trying to get some lined up for October, so for next month. And then for me, I'm trying to do 15 deals this year. I've already closed 5. I have 3 more pending, which should hopefully all close before the end of this month. So that'll put me at 8. So I'm almost there. And yeah, 15 deals would be like a really big deal for me, because last year I only did 2. So yeah.
Great job, Mauricio. So let me ask you a question. What are you working towards? Like what's on the horizon for you in the immediate future?
I don't know. I don't think I've thought that far. I mean, I want to kind of get like on Dewey's level, and so with Peter, like buying property, like that's a really big goal.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I guess that would be something that I'm looking forward to. But right now, I just want to be able to just crank out business, just to kind of like, keep up with you guys. So that's what's motivating me, is seeing all your guys' success. So yeah.
Great job, Mauricio. Seriously, man, really, really great job. Love it, man. Let's go over to Michael. Michael in the South Bay. I know that you've been super busy, my man. We met with your brother last week as well. So bring us up to speed.
Yo, what's going on, guys? You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, sweet. Let me see. Let me get the video on. Okay, so I'm at the lake right now, just taking a quick walk. Work's been good. So work's been busy. Been making a bunch of more calls. I'm trying to get more serious buyers right now that are ready to buy. I'm working with kind of some slower buyers right now, but just nurturing them for right now, sending them properties, staying in touch, throughout the week. So that's going good. Just focusing on my next deal. So next escrow is the main focus. Yeah, just trying to set some more appointments, show some more homes. Buyers are a little slow. The ones I currently have right now, they're in the processes of getting pre-approved and all their paperwork finalizing and getting out there. So kind of just being patient with them, but every day I'm kind of prospecting for more business. So that's my main thing. I'm not sure if I can hear you guys.
think you're muted, Elias.
Sorry, I was muted. So it's great we met with your brother, and I know that you guys are, you know, similar in your thoughts. You know, I'm hoping that we can really bring them on and have this family affair. But keep grinding, my man, because we love seeing what you're doing out there. And you've been hustling. I've been actually out in your neck of the woods showing homes last couple of days, man. And so hopefully I'll be in contract this week on that $1.5 million home up in that on Dario Terrace. It's like old school 70s mansion, 43,000 square foot home. So awesome. I might be picking your brain. So cool, awesome. Man. Keep up the great work. Let's go over to Wes Means Business. Wes, bring us up to speed, my man.
Hey, how y'all doing? This week was a little bit slow. I haven't had an escrow for a bit, and I've just kind of been working towards that. I'm working with my off-market investors, trying to get them a house in Burlingame. We're talking about, you know, what the offer price would be on that one today. I sent them a few leads for that. And then also still waiting on an answer back for Castro Valley, 2040 Grove Way. Hopefully I'll have an answer for that by the end of today. Because we got the signed buyer counter back yesterday. It was technically expired because it was signed like 5 days later or something. So they typically expire after 3 days. So the buyer's still kind of like deciding whether they want to take it or not. So I'll have that answer later today. And then other than that, I had 2 showings on Saturday, 2 different buyers, and they went well. I'm actually writing an offer on one of them today, 6400 Valley View Road in Montclair. So I'm hoping we get that one. Her offer price is pretty strong, and she wrote a handwritten letter to the seller.
Nice.
So
where are we at on the offer amount?
$950. Ooh. And it's listed at, I think it was $898.
Nice.
So it's pretty good. And then like the pest report and stuff like that is kind of substantial. It's not the worst I've seen, but it's substantial. So the fact that she's willing to kind of accept it with that and still go at 950 is pretty strong. So I'm crossing my fingers on that one.
I love it. And what I'm seeing on your social media is that any clients and stuff you're putting into Slack, it's a higher price point, right? And so yeah. I don't know if that was by design or if these are just investors that are looking at a certain average sales price, but it seems like what you're going for right now has been well over that 750 mark. And so was that by design, or does this just happen to be what's
No, it's just pretty much happened. Like I just developed a relationship with this guy, and he works with a lot of different investors, and he ended up liking me over the phone, and he just sends me these assignments and I go find leads. Nice. And that's how we actually got that deal on that El Cerrito one with Dewey.
Beautiful.
Because he had a corporate buyer that was willing to buy it, even though it needed a shit ton of work. And we got it done. So
good
yeah,
for you.
I'm working with a lot of big time players, so they're just looking for lots of stuff out there.
Very cool, man. And I love that. I think you're carving out a really good lane for yourself. After the call today, I want you to connect with Molly about headshots. We have some
yeah, I need some new ones for sure.
Right. So, hey man, great job. You know, and I love your side. I'm not in escrow right now, and that should definitely, obviously for us, it fuels our fire. And so
yeah,
let me know if you need any help, but I think that you're carving out a really good lane. As you guys know, or may not know, Wes built his own logo this last year, and he's really building off of that. There's some continuity with his logo. It's got a good look. It's got a good color scheme. So really good job. Love watching you grow.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
So let's go over to Michael. We tried a little bit earlier. I don't know, Michael, if you're on now, if you have a chance to speak about your new listing. Okay.
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm driving in the car.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, so tell us what's going on. I know you have a new listing.
So the listings actually we're pending right now we have multiple offers come in. So yeah, pending with one, and I was actually at inspections earlier. That's why I jumped on the call a little late. The inspection started at 10:30. But yeah, everything's progressing forward nicely with that.
Very nice, my man. Very nice. And so obviously things have turned a corner. What are you doing to stay productive and get yourself into contract?
Sorry, say that one more time.
So obviously things have picked up for you lately. what do you attribute that to? Like, what has helped you pick up the speed for your business?
Honestly, seeing you guys and everybody just be successful it's a motivating factor.
Awesome. You know, I think when we talk about that, success begets success.
Definitely help, just hearing you guys be successful, and I don't want to get left behind. Don't want to miss out on the fun. So yeah.
Well, good, man. Well, congratulations on your pending. Hopefully inspections went very well. So great job. And last but not least, I want to hear from Ronan. She's working right now. So Ronan has a new listing. Let me just share the details with you guys. It's in the chat box here. So she has a new listing. Oh, you want to talk about it? I know you're at work.
I know, I stepped into a conference room.
Okay,
I have a new listing in East Palo Alto. It's ready to move in. Staging is being done and some things are being done to it, but it's a 2-master suite, half bath downstairs, washer and dryer in unit. And I mean, it's right across the street from the IKEA. It's really hopping. There's like, you just go downstairs to the Nordstrom rack is there. And there has been other units that have sold actually quite quickly there. It's being listed for $827.
Nice. Awesome. And when are you going live?
Should be by the end of the week. I'm waiting for a couple of things. But once I get that, we should be live.
Cool. Also post the details in the chat room and Slack. That way we know a little bit more about it. And let's if you guys have an interested buyer, let's help Ronan get into contract. But yeah, looking forward to that. So really great job. And Ronan's been practicing. We practiced her buyer's presentation a couple weeks back. She's hungry, she's ready, she's driven, and she's doing full-time work and then full-time mom work and Zoom calls like a lot of us are doing. So great job. So you guys, really great job to everybody on this team. I cannot say it enough how excited Kenny and I and Karina and Molly are. Something that's on the horizon for our team, and we're still working out the details and how it's going to be rolled out. We're bringing on a full-time sales trainer, and so there's definitely going to be another additional line of support for you guys. And we're going to build curriculum, we're going to build courses, we're going to have you guys be able to go in and you know, if there's something you need a refresh on, or if there's something you really want to learn, we're going to put together a whole course curriculum, and we have a full-time dedicated sales trainer that will also be doing his own deals as well. But it's going to be a great opportunity for you guys to have a training platform. You know, that's something that we don't have now, so we're very excited to build that. So more information to come. Kenny, anything from you?
Actually, could I ask a question before Kenny starts?
Yeah.
New constructions, is there a place, or like, how do we know about upcoming new constructions? I have a client I called from Chime yesterday, and he's interested in some new construction in the East Bay.
Try buzzhomes.com or top10newhomes.com. Honestly, like a online search, you can find a lot of these communities that are existing or are coming soon for each city. There's like 100 new construction sites. It's really hard to track every single thing. If it's more specific to a local region, give you an example like Antioch or Brentwood, Discovery Bay. Christina's out their way a lot. I know Melody's been out in Discovery Bay too. If it's like Oakland new construction, me and maybe Jen is pretty familiar with all the products over here.
Hayward?
And we have the new construction channel on Chime.
Oh, and we have new construction.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Simon Rules might know Hayward.
Yeah, so you have Simon and you have Carmen, who's on the call as well, representing our South Bay. So if you put something on Slack, you'll probably get tons of engagement of where the new developments are.
It's funny, this weekend I actually reached out to Carmen not knowing that she was part of Team Fast, and I was like trying to show a property. I'm like, hey, she I'm like looking like, oh, you're on Team Fast. So I scheduled, and she was very helpful. So if Carmen's on the line, actually, thanks for helping me, because I don't have access to the East Bay, and I need to add that. So that was like the responsiveness is awesome. Everybody is always on. Yeah, on phone, on text, on Slack. So thank you for being there.
Also, rule of thumb for new construction, make sure you're with your client at every new construction he or she is in, because if they walk in
showing,
yeah, because
be there.
you have to be there. if they walk in without you, you won't get your credit, which is your 3% commission.
Some builders even allow you, although yes, you have to be with your client, but they allow you to pre-register online. So what I've done is I've, scanned the builders in my area. I follow every single one of them. When I go, I post that I'm there. I post their advertisements they have going on. And then I also register with every builder. So it kind of helps the process, but there's been times that I haven't been able to go, and then I'm like, hey, but I registered on your site. And sometimes they'll work with you, but then sometimes they'll be like, no, sorry. So
yeah,
so protect yourself.
Building that rapport is really important. I mean, I don't have that many contractor relationships. So new construction. I also have like the more recent ones, like what's Oakland with Adam. But so having like what Christina said, like when you're at those sites, jump on Instagram, like show that you're promoting their property, so they want to be working. You want to be their partner in getting those homes sold.
And every time I've done that, the builder reposts my post. So it's like, then we have that little interaction, and then I jump on my DM and I'm like, hey, I really like your property, or hey, I want to do a video out there, or, just try to, like Kenny said, just build a relationship.
And then another thing too, like this is what I used to do way back. You should follow all the new construction sites that you want to sell, and then every time they post something, comment on it. Because then what will very likely happen is just the buyer that's following that site see, oh wow, that agent looks really active. They go on your page. Wow, she knows this area really well. So you can leverage that builders and new construction development site, Instagram page or website or Facebook to generate leads for yourself. I did that back in. I've done that a lot of times with West Oakland. That when I used to promote Alameda Landing, it just there isn't that much over here. So anything you can do to leverage social media to be seen more with collaboration with them will give you more business.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And so Carmen, thank you for being a team player. Carmen, actually, I know we introduced her last week, but she made her Instagram announcement today. So it is official, Team Fast. So Carmen, once again, welcome to the team. Is there anything you wanted to say?
Well, sorry, let me just unmute myself there. No, I'm really excited to be part of the team, and I'm just looking forward to working with anybody. If there's anything that I can do to help, or to help in any way, basically just know that I'm definitely here to to do anything to help. And also I wanted to tell you guys, I took a listing and it's going to be going on MLS tomorrow. It's at 24557 Pontiac, like the car, street in Hayward. It's a completely really nice renovated property, got solar. Yeah, it's going MLS tomorrow, and that's going to be listed at 635.
Nice.
And
awesome.
And then I have another fixer upper that I think I'm going to actually help them fix up and then put on the market hopefully at the end of this month, also in Hayward. Most of my listings are going to be Hayward, by the way. So
hey Carmen, drop those in Slack. And then for the 635 one, do you have a backyard?
Yeah, it's a really big backyard, and then they have AstroTurf. It's like really low maintenance. It's really nice, really dialed in. I'm having the drone video, and then the photos shot today, so it'll hit MLS tomorrow, and I'll send you guys all a link once I have it.
Okay, sweet. We might have an interested buyer. And then if you can, do me a favor, just put in a good word with your sister, because I'm going to be writing on her $1.5 million listing.
Okay, yeah, no, absolutely. What property is it?
It's Dario Terrace. We've been in communication for the last 4 days, and I'm just waiting for my my buyer love letter, and then we're going to be putting together an offer.
Awesome. And you're talking about Mariah, right?
Brenda.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it might be dealing with Mariah though, because Brenda's transitioning on the way out of the company as well. Okay. She's gonna be taking a sabbatical and traveling with her son. So I'll check with Mariah. But definitely, if you wanted to CC me in the email or whatever, I'm happy to put in a word for sure.
Love it. Thank you, Carmen. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. No problem. Thanks again, you guys. I'm looking forward to working with all of you.
Awesome. Anything else from anybody?
Let's get it.
All right, guys. Hey, go out there, represent, do what you guys are doing. We're here for support. I want to thank everybody for all of your hard work and your continuous support of this team.
Oh, I do have something.
Go ahead, Jen.
So last week I've been working on getting on Redfin referral site and HomeLight referral sites. I think if you have more than like 8 or 9 deals, you guys can like apply and like get on the program. It's like a $25 30% referral fee, but since they activated my account, I received 3 leads. I'm too slow. Like those before, I guess, until you, I guess, have some recognition for Redfin partner agent. Because when I was working with Kenny on Redfin, they would just send us an email, and if we replied within 4 hours, we would pretty much get that lead. But then I guess because I'm solo on the Redfin and I don't have as many transactions as Kenny, what happens is they send in a text with the address and say, "Can you help this client?" Type yes or no. I responded within like, I always miss it by like 10 minutes and someone snatches it up. So, and these are like, the leads that they sent are all like $1 million and above leads. So I think if you guys have enough transaction, it's worth trying to kind of just get in that program. And then they also have like a section where you can comment on the homes that, you know, that you can tour, and that kind of gives you some recognition on Redfin as well. I know Kenny mentioned it a while back to just start commenting on homes on Redfin, and then you'll pop up
on Redfin. You can't comment unless you're a Redfin partner agent. But on Zillow, you guys can give insights on the home. So you're out touring. Like, I mean, this is where people say, I need more leads. Well, it's not just getting the lead. You got to do all the extra steps. It's kind of tedious to get more business. If you're a Zillow Premier agent, when you're out of the property, write something really quick, or document it and at home, knock them all out at once. Because then on Redfin, and on Zillow, that's where I used to pick up a lot of like exposure. Because I write really dumb things about the home, nothing against the house, but like more comical, but highlighting what you can do with the home. And then that was how I was able to build my Redfin business. Like, I was the #1 agent for Redfin the first year I was there across all the counties. On Zillow, I was doing a lot of insights. So if you have time, you're not that busy, you have that many leads, go take all these extra steps to really put your brand out there.
Well, and then also, I don't know if anyone else did this, but Kenny, you posted to sign up for all those sites from the Tom Ferry.
Yeah.
So I took the time to do that this weekend, but I was going to ask the group if everyone else does that, because I noticed the split that they get, and I didn't know if that was good, bad. I mean, I know you're getting a lead, but
it's all about 30-35%. It
okay.
sucks. Yeah.
Okay.
And then real quick comment on Zillow Flex. I flew down to Jeremy Darson, my sponsor, EXP, flew me down to San Diego on a whim, just randomly. So I hung out with Kyle Wistow and Daniel Baer for a couple hours. You know, they sell like 300 plus homes. This is Zillow Flex isn't always set up to be, because on Zillow Flex, think about this real quick. They'll give you all leads you want, and then if you do well, they keep giving you more leads. But then you have someone cracking the web, yet they check in, make your updates. You know, what's going on with this? Like, so it's really intense. We're very light on you guys on the chime leads, because I mean, you think about it, no one's even checked in on you to tell you to make your call or, you know, update your thing outside of generally speaking. But when you're under Zillow Flex and you want that many leads, someone that's on your butt, like right behind you, looking at everything you do. So I think we're continue ramping up our Zillow spend, because we're doing pretty well with it. But when Zillow Flex comes, it will be a lot. I'm just setting the expectations that it's going to be a lot more monitoring, and you're working more from a corporate level. Like now we kind of work for Zillow.
All right, you guys. Well, hey, exciting things on the horizon, right? And if it means that we just have to do a little bit more tracking to get more leads, then so be it. I managed 450,000 leads throughout the Bay Area, but it gave my agents opportunities to win. And so, yeah, there was tracking and reports that we had to do, but they never stopped coming in. They came in abundance. So it's just more opportunities for you guys as a team. So if you need anything, as always, we're here to support. And for the people shooting this week's or today's edition of the Fast Agent Studio sessions, we're going to be doing our first today from 7 to 9 o'clock in Jack London. And Christina, we'll see you in Jack London tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Elias had a question for you.
Yep.
Are we gonna can we like wear whatever we want, or do you want us to like, what do you think?
Hey man, it's all about you. So whatever you feel comfortable in.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. But Dewey, please wear a shirt.
Shirts.
Yeah,
no,
please wear a
take
shirt.
off